All right, there were a few questions in the class last week about how to get back to older versions of your model. Here we have a simple mug, and if we wanted to make changes, what I recommend you do, there are one of two ways you can go about saving revisions. One is just to save a separate file. So we can go to here, choose Save As, and what I would recommend is you create a folder. We'll call this Cup. And then inside the folder, you might just save one that called Work in Progress or Revisions. Like that. And then we say Cup 01. Okay, so then as we're working, let me make a little change here, pull this out a little bit. There we go. Make a funky cup. Okay, then we would do Control-Shift-S, which is Save As, or you can go to File, Save As. It's also Option-Shift-S on the Mac. And then I would say Cup 02, like that. You can also do a Save Incremental, and it'll do that for you automatically. So if I go back in here and make some more changes, File, Save Incremental. You can see there it added this suffix to the project. So make some more changes. File, Save Incremental, and now it's Cup020002. And every time we use that, it's going to save a new file for us. Now another way to do it, if you don't want it to have all separate files, we can do is create new layers here. So once you get this to a place you like it, you right click, choose duplicate, and now I have a new version of the file. Not the file, but of the layer. So if you think of this as layers here, if I grab this and pull it down, polygon mode there, you can see the other file that I was working on earlier is still there. It's actually not a separate file, it's a separate layer. So you can hide it and show it. If you hide them both, then only the selected one will show up. So we can switch between them like this. And then from there we can duplicate and create another version. And again, just keep on working. So that's the way I would recommend you do it. Either saving iterations, save incremental, or duplicating layers here so that you have your history sort of stored inside one file. Regardless of how you choose to do it, make sure you save often. It's always a good idea. And you can also go into the system preferences, and there's an option for autosave here. You can turn that on, and that will just create backups for you. You can set a number of revisions, tell it how often to autosave. If you set this to every minute Moto will just quickly save off a file, and it'll always keep the 5 most recent versions on disk for you. So that's just a few ways that you can change your workflow to make sure that you're always saving your progress, and make sure that you avoid stomping on changes, or sometimes we make mistakes and we want to go back a few revisions. If I decide this isn't the shape I like, we just go back, and then of course you've got your other versions right there. Okay, cheers.